superlative performance from Nigerian stars like Victor Osimhen. Well, not forgetting Paulo Nuachu for what they did at the weekend when it comes to football. They really did well over there in Europe. Not forgetting also Ademola Bankole, who was rather Admiral Lukman, who did well for his club Atalanta despite the loss against Napoli. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. We just have to look at stories trending in the world of sport. A lot of matches were played. Nigeria did well, while some lost. The likes of Iwobi, despite his playing 90 minutes, his team lost that game. And also you have to look at others who did well in their matches over there in Europe. We'll be looking at those stories right now. Starting from the women angle of football, well, CAF Women Champions League taking place in Morocco, where we have our own team, Bayelsa Queens. They were able to do well. They defeated Wadi Degla of Egypt to at least qualify for semi-final. They'll be facing as far off Morocco. That's the host nation. And right now, they started losing against Mamelodi Sundowns, but they picked up the pieces and they won their first and second and third game, respectively. Congrats to Bayelsa Queens for what they did. And right now, Nigerians are hoping that they will build on this particular momentum to do well in their semi-final game against Asfar of Morocco. A tough one. If you look at that game, although we know how Asfar also, they've been doing so well when it comes to this competition. And right now, Bayelsa Queen just have to do well. Just if you remember what happened between Rivers Angels of Nigeria and the other teams when they played the first edition of CAF Women Champions League. So we hope that Bayelsa will do us proud as they file out against Asfar. That will be on Wednesday. Well, we wish them the best as they file out there. We're having the studio. Noel Samson is here. Let's talk some football. Noel.
Good morning, Mr. Dene.
Well, we just saw our ladies there. They were able to win against that is Wadi Degla, and also surprisingly, in fact, Europe didn't expect that they would score so much goals, and they also did well in their match against Mazembe. But the first one against Mamelodi Sundowns, they lost that game 2-1, and that was the closest thing to Mamelodi Sundowns ladies. They've been beating everyone so far in this competition, black and blue. But right now, our ladies have qualified for the semi-final. They'll be facing Asfar of Morocco, the host nation. They will have the home support, but that does not deter our ladies. Talking about Bayelsa Queens, they've been encouraged by NFL President Ibrahim Gusso, and they should go out there. Yes, we know Morocco is the host. They have the support of home, but do your business of doing what? Make sure you defeat them.
Yeah, the girls, they won their last match, then winning this one. We actually said after the first match, they lost their first match. We said it was a mistake. Then the second match, they won. We said, okay, it's a
They've picked up the pieces.
And you can see they won the last match. It seems they are going to the next stage now in the competition. So it's a good one for the girls, and we are happy for them because they haven't disappointed us so far. Unlike we won't say the male counterpart have been disappointing us, but the female counterparts have really been
doing well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the farther they go, the better they become. The first game ended 2-1, and now they upped that game by winning 2-0 in the second one before trashing Wadi Degla in the third game. And that shows that really Bayelsa Queens now, they've been able to get acclimatized with weather, with people, with all the noise in the stadium.
Exactly.
Now they are ready to go places. And we just hope that by the time they face ASFAR of Morocco, it will be a victory for the Prosperity Girls.
Yes, although the Moroccans might have a kind of a home side advantage, but our girls, being who they are Nigerians, they are tough mates.
They never say that
yes, so I believe they are going to surprise us in their forthcoming match.
Okay, but I look at the fact that when you look at this competition, they just have to do well. You know why? Last year, when they started, that was the first edition of CAF Women Champions League. Okay. Rivers Angels were there. No one saw that coming, that they would be bundled out so early. But this time around, it seems our ladies, they will be able to do it. And we hope that Bayelsa Queen, they won our league here.
Yes,
that shows that winning that league was not a fluke.
It was not a mistake.
They were ready for it. And now, I look at them being able to, I'm looking at them facing Mamelodi Sundowns again in the final. If they are able to scale through ASFAR of Morocco now, Mamelodi, I'm not, with all due respect to Simba FC of Tanzania, Mamelodi really, they are on fire. So if both of them can qualify to the final, what do you see? Do you see us at least getting our own revenge?
Yes, because it happened in the Flamingos when we played against the Germans won us. Then when we went for the third place, we won them. So it seems that that revenge is always in us. Whenever we allow them win us, then when we go, we now take over. We take over and deal with those with the opponent. So I believe if we meet at the final now, we are going to win those girls.
Okay. Right now, we just have to quickly look at matches played. I've actually played over there in Europe. A lot of games were played. We have to start with English Premier League. We have a lot of them now. We just have to look at how some teams did well and some actually lost their games. It was a good one for Leeds United, 4-3 against Bournemouth. Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, 2-1 against Fulham. Nottingham Forest, 2-2 against Brentford. Well, good one for the team. Right now, they were able to get a draw there. Well, talking about the two Nigerian, Emmanuel Dennis was there, although he came out for another Nigerian, Awoni, who came on to play just 12 minutes. What a big one for Wotambi Wanderers. They tried their best. They lost against Brighton. Everton nil. Leicester City 2. Good one for Wilfred Ndidi, who right now his team did well against Alex Iwobi. Despite playing 90 minutes, they couldn't get even one goal in that game. And for the Blues, Chelsea, the bridge, maybe it collapsed yesterday. It will be rebuilt, right? It's ended 1-0 in favor of Arsenal. London is red now. London is red, and they did well there. Gabriel scoring for Arsenal. It was not a game that a lot of Chelsea were expecting that Arsenal will win, but it happened that really Arsenal turned London to red just yesterday. Aston Villa 3, Manchester United 1. What happened at the Villa Park? It was a fantastic performance for Aston Villa. They were able to do it against Manchester United. And you look at Southampton, also they lost by 1-4 against Newcastle United at St. Mary's. Well, Joe Aribo was there. It was a tough one. But right now, even though the team management right now, they've agreed that they will be sacking the coach there, talking about Hassan Hall too. West Ham United 1, Crystal Palace 2. Good one for Olise, who got one of the goals. And you have Tottenham Hotspur against Liverpool. Liverpool showed that they never walk alone. 2-1 against Tottenham. Good one for them. Despite the fact that Harry Kane pulled one back, but it was not enough as Liverpool, Mo Salah, our African brother, did well there, scoring those goals, and right now they are celebrating. Maybe we should start with Manchester City, Fulham, Noel.
It was a tough match between Manchester Fulham and City because it was a narrow escape between the two teams. You know, it was the Manchester City we know do win probably 3-0, 4-0, but you can see
now it's like the goal is actually drying up, right?
Yes, I don't know. Maybe their magic is failing now. Who knows? So they lost they won 2-1 against Fulham. Because we already thought. Manchester City against Fulham, we were expecting like 5-0 or 6-0. That was the normal prediction. But
seeing we were expecting Haaland to score like hat-trick or two.
If possible, 4 goals. Because it's the goal beast we have in England now. But it's so really, I don't know. They won 2-1 by margin. So to show that probably Fulham also, they're also stepping up to their game. And you can see like for some matches now, Manchester City have been finding it difficult to score goals. Against Leicester since they won 1-0. So it seems the other teams are now going to step up their game and
trying to balance themselves.
Exactly, with Manchester City.
While we are still looking at the result, they are good one for Erling Haaland, despite the fact that he couldn't score the normal brace or hat-trick that he's known for. He wasn't able to at least convert that penalty, and it was a good one. He said he was under so much pressure while he was about to play that particular penalty. And well, it can only be very tough when you want to play penalty because the whole club they're on your shoulder. While we're still looking at the result, well, a big one for Everton against Leicester. Leicester City, they saw they conquer 2-0 at the Goodison Park.
Yeah, I pity them, our own brother, Alex Iwobi, because he has been in top form throughout the season. He has been playing in and out and has been trying his best. So I don't really know what problem. But it's just also they started really slow. It seems that they are now picking up. They want to do, and the likes of our brothers there, Ndidi also too. It seems he just go back from injury. And so we're happy for them also too because of our brother Ndidi and Kelechi and Acho there. But the match was really a very tense match.
It was a tense one. But good one for Leicester. They needed that result. They really needed it because we know what their performance over there in Europe, rather in England have not been too fantastic. While we're still looking at the result there, the big one happened. Let's just talk about Chelsea Arsenal. I know the smile on your face is a bit dry, kind of.
Yeah, it was a really disappointing match for Chelsea yesterday. But actually, when the Arsenal deserved the win, they should have scored like 2 or 3 goals. But Chelsea losing 1-0, it's a win for me for Chelsea because they really outplayed Chelsea throughout the game, from the defense down to the midfield to the attack. I'm not sure Chelsea had much of attacking prowess yesterday to score goals, so I don't know. was really, and thanks to Thiago Silva, he really helped that Chelsea defense again yesterday. So it's really a bad one for Chelsea. But to me, for the players that they might think it's bad for, to me, with the way Arsenal played Chelsea, I was expecting probably something like 4-3-0. But for them to only score just a goal, Chelsea tried.
I like that consolatory statement. You have to console yourself now. But really, Arsenal show class. They roared back to the top of the table.
Yes.
And I love the fact that while when Man City won their game, Man City are now.
Because they played the day before.
So you'll be like, okay, what's going to happen? But it was just for 24 hours.
Exactly.
Arsenal took over and turned London to red color, despite the fact that the blue and the red are always fighting. A good one for Arsenal against Chelsea. You just have to look at the fact that Mikel Arteta and his lads need to be getting the groove on, and they are doing well right now. When it comes to EPL, no one saw this coming, that they will hold on for 13 matches. Right now. They are yet at least to drop that particular baton there. Still looking at it, it was a good one for Aston Villa. Aston Villa, the Villa Park. It was 1-2-3 for a match that saw, in fact, a wrestling happen between Ronaldo and Mings in that game. But you just have to look at, for Aston Villa, Unai Emery, the new manager, turned things around. Yes, this is a team. This is England. I know this. I was with Arsenal. I know how it is in England. So go out there, do the business, and they were able to.
Immediately after the sacking of Steven Gerrard, it seems everything was turned around for Aston Villa, and it was so disappointing. Manchester United could not score a goal by themselves yesterday. It was Ramsey who had to score a own goal. So even Ramsey did not score the own goal, that means they could have won Manchester City 3-0 clean sheets. And you can see that the likes of Ronaldo presence on the pitch, they outplayed Manchester United from the beginning of the match to the ending. So my friends yesterday were disappointed yesterday. True, it was really because I lost yesterday Chelsea and they all lost. We were just sitting down.
So you were happy.
Yes.
What a way to go. Still talking about some football result there in England. It's always very juicy when you talk about Premier League. A lot of matches were played. Newcastle came to the party. A particular Miron did well for his club there. Newcastle United away at St. Mary's right now. That has got the man that has been at the helm of affairs, talking about Arsenal Hall too. It's going to be sad, but though yet to be announced. But right now, according to news coming out, that the management of Southampton, they've decided that man just have to go 4-1 at the St. Mary's. Joe Aribo and the entire squad tried their best. Newcastle seems to be getting reading. They won that game 4-1. And Crystal Palace, yes, good one for Ulisse, the player who right now was able to score on the goal against West Ham United over there at the West Ham Stadium. And just to expect that to happen for Crystal Palace, that was a good one for them.
Yeah, it's a good one for Crystal Palace, and they were playing at a West Ham zone, which is an away match. It's also a London derby because they are both London clubs. So having Crystal Palace winning that match, I actually thought West Ham was going to win the match. Actually, that was my prediction, that I believe West Ham was going to win like 2 or 1-0. But seeing the game like that, Crystal Palace winning 2-1, it was like wow, surprising. And Ulisse, that young lad is really really good. And these are Eberechi Eze. They are really in good form. I wish the NFF can lure those two boys to Nigeria.
It will be a tough task there, a big one. Eberechi Eze, and not forgetting Ulisse, the two of them fantastic for Crystal Palace, and also not forgetting Wilfred Zaha, who really did well for his club. Now, the biggest one, Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool, a match that a lot of people were expecting maybe Antonio Conte will win. I saw a particular message coming from McNulty talking about Tottenham going far back behind, and that style is Antonio Conte's style. It wasn't working. It didn't work against Liverpool. Red came to the party. They won 2-1.
Yeah, it was although Liverpool, Tottenham tried their best. They played the game, but Liverpool, they'll be losing now.
No matter how you try your best, if you lose a game.
Yeah, it seems the coach even cried. I don't know how. That's Conte. I was like, I was not really clear with the picture I saw, but it was really a tough match against and the Liverpool were quite happy because they have not been after. It seems they lost after they lost against Leeds at their home. The next match was against Napoli. They won 2-1. Now against Tottenham Hotspur, they won.
So are you trying to say maybe Liverpool are back?
Yeah, that's what we said. Like we said, probably they lost something before. Probably they're trying to. Probably they're trying to get what they lost back. So.
Good one there for Mo Salah. Action really for the Egyptian who did well scoring those goals for Liverpool in that game that no one saw it coming, although they've been announcing their presence again. And it was a good one for Jurgen Klopp and his last. They won over there in London against Tottenham Hotspur, who lost by 1-2. Congrats to Liverpool. They didn't really walk alone. Now, if you look at the top six of the EPL right now, is standing. Arsenal, really, they are back after just 24 hours. They took over the affairs of the Premier League with 34 points from 13 games. They have goal difference of 20. They are yet to lose a game. They are good one in the 5 matches in a row. They are Manchester City. Just for a night, their leadership has been taken back to second position now, 32 points, 2 points adrift. Arsenal, Newcastle, I have 27 points. Spurs, they have 26. Manchester United, they have 23 points, and despite the fact that they lost that game, good one. It's always good to make hay while the sun shines. Brighton, 21. The Seagulls are trying their best to remain on point there among the 6 best teams so far. Matchday 13, Noel.
Wow, it's really, this is not what I expected. I was expecting Manchester to be at the top, or probably Chelsea.
But it's not happening the way you want it.
Yes, it's not happening the way I wanted it. And Newcastle being at that level 2, then it means they're really...
from the way it is, Newcastle really, if they continue to get more wins like this, they can at least close the gap. Who knows? The fight is still all over.
We all still know at the end of
25 matches to go.
At the end of the season, we still know the top 6.
Seriously,
yeah,
what are you trying to say now?
No, so this was called initial gra. So by the end of
bringing, okay, now let's assume or agree that you have at least brought in the Nigerian English there, like the IGG as they call it. Initial gra with who? The Newcastle or Brighton?
Newcastle, Brighton, of course.
But from the way I see Newcastle, it seems so. It's possible that their IGG could actually turn to original.
Can they keep up that momentum? Some of them will be going out for international break and for the World Cup. When they come back, by the time you have January, they will have to rush them. Do they have players that can cope up with that? Because they will have injury issues, definitely.
Okay, we'll wait to see if that will be happening. Good one for Newcastle. They've been doing well so far. They have a lot of money now and they want to really make business. And for Liverpool, good one too. For the likes of Manchester City, Arsenal, they are taking over right now the leadership of EPL, and they really want to see how they can continue to do well over there in the Premier League. Match day 13 done now, 25 matches to go, and we see that the London City is really turning red. That's football for you. Now let's go La Liga. Matches were also playing La Liga Santander. Quickly, let's look at the result of those games that were played over there, where Girona defeated Atletico Bilbao 2-1. Getafe 0, Cadiz 0. You have Elche losing by 1-2 to Real Valladolid. Celta Vigo 1, Osasuna 2. Barcelona defeated Almeria in honor of Gerard Piqué, who right now has actually retired from Barcelona's team. Well, he's now a former player. Atletico Madrid 1-1 against Espanyol. Real Sociedad 1, Valencia 1, Mallorca 2 against Villarreal. What happened where Samuel Chukwueze and the entire Yellow Submarine, their submarine went under the sea?
Yes. It seems after the dismissal of this Aston Villa coach now, Emery. Yes. It seems they have been really shaky also.
They've been shaky, right? Exactly. Well, we've been talking about the result here where Mallorca really did well, defeating Villarreal at home 2-0. You have Real Betis 1-1 against in that game, 1-1 for Real Betis and Sevilla. A tough match there. In fact, if you look at the weekend of action in Spain, Barcelona, yes, they honored Gerard Piqué for what he did for playing for that club. And also you look at Real Betis drawing against Sevilla. This season, Real Betis really, they've shown the class they are made of.
Yes. Picking up this season, unlike the Real Betis, we know used to be a walkover for other things, but now it seems they're not trying to build up. To me, I define them as the Newcastle now in La Liga, because they are trying to, I know, we are there. So I'm really happy for them also, Real Betis also too. Then another Atletico Madrid, I don't know what's wrong with them probably now. I don't know. It seems they are losing everything now. They are no longer now. It seems they finished last
third on the log now.
Okay, yeah, they are now
behind Real and Barcelona.
Yeah, probably who knows, but they are not supposed to draw this last match. I expected them to win.
That's football. That's football. Well, good one there. We've been looking at the Spanish La Liga result, and quickly we just have to talk about it. And now we go straight down, because even though Real Madrid will play their match, we're taking that in our subsequent edition. They will play their game against Rayo Vallecano. Right now, Barcelona are topping the table there, ahead of Real, who are trailing them. You have Atletico Madrid also standing there. Well, good one for those matches that will play in La Liga. Quickly, let's go German Bundesliga. Matches will also play over there in Germany. As we look at the result, Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1 against Stuttgart. Mainz 0-5 loss at home against VfL Wolfsburg by 3-0. Borussia Dortmund, they roar back 3-0 against VfB Bochum 1848. Eintracht Frankfurt 2, and you have Augsburg 1. Hertha Berlin 2 against Bayern Munich, who actually replied with 3 goals. Good one for them. And you have Hoffenheim 1, Leipzig 3. Nkunku there, Schalke 1, Werder Bremen 2, Bayern Leverkusen 5-0. It was a good one against the team that was actually topping the table before, but now they are standing third on the log. Freiburg 2, FC Cologne 0. Well, good one for Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah. They really did well against Union Berlin.
5 goals. It's a big margin. It's a big margin. So it's good one for what's his coach now, Alonso. It's a good one for
Xabi Alonso, who really did well against Union Berlin. But attention is going to be Hertha Berlin, Bayern. Bayern, they won that game 3-2, and right now they are back to the top of the table.
It was surprising. We're thinking the normal Bayern Munich is going to be like 5-6-0.
I know.
4-0, but it was like...
football is really changing in Europe. A lot of things happening.
It's like it's a very narrow margin there, 2-3. That means even Hertha Berlin could have scored 1 more again. It would have been a draw.
It would have been a draw.
Or if they could score 2 more, it would have won Bayern Munich. So the game is really changing now.
A good one for Bayern, really. They were able to win an away game. Talking about Hertha Berlin, Bayern, and Hoffenheim. Well, a lot of matches were actually played, but Leipzig, they won that game 3-1 in that particular game. Quickly, let's look at the way the table is standing over there in Germany. Well, we have Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich are standing top now. They were able to win their game in an away match, 28 points from 13 matches, followed by Freiburg. Union Berlin are right now standing top, though you have 28, 27, 26, and it's still open for anyone. Even Borussia Dortmund with 25 points, Eintracht Frankfurt 23, and Leipzig with their star man Nkunku always scoring. You have him there where they have 22 points. Werder Bremen, Mönchengladbach in that pecking order. Schalke 04, Bochum, Stuttgart, Hertha Berlin, and Bayer Leverkusen, who right now are back to pick up the pieces where they drop it. That's how the table is standing in the German Bundesliga. Quickly, let's go to Italia Serie A, where 2 big matches were actually played in Italia Serie A. Roma, they lost at home in the Battle of Rome. The 2 teams play in Rome, and it ended in favor of Lazio. Good one for Lazio. Juventus 2-0 against Inter Milan in the battle they call, well, it was a d'Italia there. Well, big one. It was d'Italia for Juventus. They won it, and congrats to them. Monza 2, Hellas Verona 0. And you have, well, 2 Nigerians. They face themselves. That's Osimhen and Lookman, where Osimhen was able to score one of the goals, and he also assisted for them winning away 2-1 against Atalanta. The Malabankole scoring 1 there. Salernitana 2, Cremonese 2. Good one. We also have another Nigeria who did well there, scoring for his club there. Cremonese, Sassuolo 0, Empoli 1. Tyrone Eboyi was there to support this team. Udinese 1-1. And you look at Lecce, well, those are the matches. Sampdoria also lost against Fiorentina, while Roma also they lost against Lazio. You look at this game, Lazio against Roma, it was a derby.
Yes.
And you expected Jose Mourinho at least to carry the day, but it wasn't to be. Lazio came to the party. They won 1-0.
Yeah, we expected Mourinho, at least a draw from Mourinho, but it was quite disappointing that he lost 1-0 against Lazio. That's why he tried everything he could do, but you know, when it's above you, it's above you. So Lazio had the better part of the day. So they won 1-0, which is a good one for Lazio also too. And the likes of, what called the name?
Juventus, Inter Milan.
It was quite surprising. I actually thought Inter Milan was going to win because the way they have been informed, but it's quite surprising. Juventus are now trying to...
They are getting back.
Yeah, exactly. Coming back to the way we know it. Probably the exit from Champions League is really giving them that... it seems the exit from Champions League, yeah, is giving them that morale now, but who knows. And against AC Milan...
AC Milan Spezia 2-1.
We expected that.
Giroud.
Yeah, we expected that also too. And against our brothers, Atalanta, Napoli.
A tough match it was between Napoli and Atalanta. The 2 brothers facing themselves. You have Osimhen versus Lookman. but it was Osimhen who triumphed with his squad. Right now, a good one for Juventus. They are back. Let's see if they will maintain the momentum of winning against Inter Milan. The Bianconeri, as they call them, are back to the business. Quickly, let's look at where the table is standing before we go to France to wrap it up. Let's look at where the table is standing in Italia, Serie A, where you have Napoli are still fighting hard. They're topping with 35 points ahead of AC Milan 29. You have 6 points that drift the two teams there after match day 13. Lazio, right now after they defeated Roma, they are standing third. And you have Atalanta, good one for Atalanta. And you have Juventus there on fifth position. AS Roma, Mourinho now standing sixth on the log with 25 points. Inter Milan 24 points, standing seventh. With the next is Salernitana, Torino, Fiorentina. In that order, you have Verona, Sampdoria, Cremonese, Spezia, and Lecce down the bottom of the table there. Noel, Napoli, Milan, Lazio, Atalanta, Juventus, Roma, Inter. What a way to go. Tough one.
Very tough one.
But for Napoli, 6 points ahead. That at least will spur them to see that, okay, let's continue to maintain this. 13 matches is actually off now. We have 24 matches to go.
If they can, if they can go with this point down to January with no injuries, I believe they are going to win the league this season. And it's a good one for our brother Osimhen. So it's good. But we shouldn't forget Milan also too. They won the league last season, so they want to test it again. They've tested how sweet it is, so they would like to do that again also too. And Juventus, we shouldn't write off Juventus. Juventus also, they are coming up. Anything can happen.
They are coming up. Juventus are getting back to the team they used to know. Bianconeri, quickly, let's look French League 1 as matches were also played. Well, Terry Murphy, Nigeria International, scored one of the, a goal for his club, Lorient against PSG. Before PSG were able to turn things around, they won that game 2-1 to defeat Lorient at home. Good one for the Nigerian striker. Talking about Terry Murphy, who has been superlative form for his club, Lorient. Well, Enga and Lens ended 2-1 in favor of Lens. Strasbourg, they lost 2-4 against Ajaccio. Lille 1-1, and Olympique Marseille pipped Lyon in the Battle of France there. A tough one between the two clubs, but it was Marseille that actually triumphed. Lille 1-1 against Reims, and you have Toulouse 0, Monaco 2. Well, for Reims, 1-0 against Nantes, and OGC Nice pipped Brest by a long goal there. Clermont played draw against Montpellier. Well, for Lorient, they lost that game against PSG. PSG, as expected, despite the fact that Messi is having some knocks, Neymar, they came to the party, they were able to win that game.
I expected more from PSG. I expected like a 3 or 4 goal margin, but same as again, you said it likes football, anything can happen. So it was a 2-1, a narrow win by PSG. But either a narrow or not narrow, 3 points is 3 points, and a win is a win. So
the win is a win. Coming from Noel there, who has been with us talking sport on the show, 360 Sport, where we've unveiled to you all the results and some tables of matches that was played over the weekend. Good one for Nigeria internationals over there in Europe. We wish them all the best as they continue to ply their trade. And for our ladies, Bayelsa Queens, we hope that they will win against the AS-FAR of Morocco as they fight out against them in their semi-final match. We want to see them at the final and eventually scooping this particular cup. It is very possible. Just believe that is just the point they are. Sport is always business and fitness. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.